Welcome to the program. I was supposed to have a guest today, but she flaked. Gabb Goudy, I will forgive you. And if you show up late, we'll bring you on the program. But you get one pass, especially for a noob, to agree to an episode and then go MIA. And she's part of the FanDuel family, which we're also grateful, blessed to be a part of. It's probably the single thing that's sustaining us. I mean, and side note, I want to announce some great news on that front. FanDuel has extended their partnership with Believe for the entire 2026 calendar year, which guarantees that the lights will stay on at least until the end of December. And hopefully by then the economy will pick up and maybe we get some local sponsors again. But again, FanDuel, thank you. Our title sponsor, Gabb Goudy. I don't know what her official title is with the company, the network. Is it a commentator? Is it a TikToker? I have no clue. But the network reached out and they're like, "Hey, do you want Gabb Goudy on your show?" I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." I thought we were gonna have some fun because she's a Ohio native. I believe the Cleveland Cavaliers are her team, so I thought we were gonna have some fun. And I guess she might show up, and if she does, great. If not, maybe we'll reschedule. But in the meantime, let's still have some fun because the Golden State Warriors, even though it's an off day, the Giannis speculation is rampant, and I want to get into that. I also want to introduce a new segment on the show. I'm getting a lot of emails, and I love that. And what I've been doing until now is at least trying to reply to these emails when I can, but they're starting to come in a heavy dose. And I thought instead of just replying to these, why not read them on the show? I mean, I'll obviously keep out the personal stuff if there's any in there, but these are good topics. And, why not turn it into a segment? Why not turn it into a bit? So we're going to do it. We're going to read letters. And we'll read some emails today. Obviously, I'll open up the phone lines, metaphorically speaking, if anybody wants to come on the show and participate. If you have any thoughts, if you have any ideas, if there's anything I missed, come on, let's talk about it. Gonna play a clip as well from Boogie Cousins, who has been on an absolute tear, eviscerating his former head coach, Steve Kerr. And Boogie has a platform on Believe as part of the Run It Back program with Chandler Parsons, Lou Williams, Michelle Beadle. And we'll touch on that in a bit. But there's only one message here, ultimately, for Giannis Antetokounmpo, because I think that the Warriors are in the driver's seat in terms of the best offer for Milwaukee. I don't think the Bucks are going to get a better offer than what the Warriors can present. 4 first-rounders, an additional pick swap if it has to come to that, even though I'm positive Lacob's going to do his best not to give that up because the man's a shrewd negotiator. He would not initially give Stephen Curry a 5th year in a contract extension. Of course, he acquiesced and caved for good reason because it's Steph. But that's how Joe operates. He ain't just giving out handouts. That's not how he rolls. And but Giannis is a dream target. The one question remaining is, does Giannis want to play for the Warriors? Something we have no clue about. The desperate fans are reaching back to a clip from like 2-3 years ago. I think it was during the All-Star game. I forgot the setting, but somebody once asked Giannis, like, "Hey, would you want to play with Steph?" And he gave like a sly little smile and a wink. And I can't remember if he actually said yes, but this was like 2-3 years ago. It was a long time ago, and the context was very lighthearted. It was asked and answered in jest. But fast forward 2.5 years, now this is a very realistic situation. And Giannis, balls in your court, buddy. The San Francisco Bay Area is beautiful. Best weather. Cultural diversity. I know it's got a strong Greek-American contingent here. Great schools for the family. I'm positive you're going to be happy. The Warriors will even give your brothers contracts. Giannis.
Come on, do it. Do it. Do it. Come on, sweetie, do it.
Okay.
Do it. Do it.
Do it. Giannis. Do it.
Come on, do it. Do it. Do it. Come on, sweetie. Do it.
Okay.
Do it. Do it.
Do it. Do it, Giannis. Come on, do it. Do it. We're brought to you by FanDuel. We're powered by FanDuel, and the program is called The Golden.
Let's go.
Welcome to the program. My name is Cyrus Saatsaz, your host for the afternoon. It is a Thursday afternoon, more specifically. You've made it over another hump. Welcome to life. That's how this works. 5 days a week. You get to Wednesday. You see the finish line. You get to the finish line. You decompress. If you've got kids, now your energy's got to turn to them. And then all of a sudden it's Monday again. All of a sudden 30 years. Sorry to be, that's morbid. I apologize. Good news is you're almost at the weekend. You're almost there. And if you don't have kids, that's a huge perk. That means the weekend is just freedom for you. Enjoy that. You can follow me, Cyrus Saatsaz, on Threads and Instagram, at Dog Wild over on Twitter. My handle is at Surf Journalist. The program on both platforms at Golden Days Pod. And speaking of FanDuel, let me go check out their sportsbook to see if there's a line for tomorrow's big game. Been a while since the Warriors have had some real competition to go up against. And tomorrow night at Chase Center, that comes in the form of the Detroit Pistons. The Warriors do have an advantage. And the NBA schedule makers, for all the disadvantages they presented to the Golden State Warriors at the start of the season, boy, are they making it up for them this month in January. Because in addition to all the home games, including that 8-game homestand, a stretch of 3 weeks where they didn't even have to leave California, they're also playing opponents who routinely are on the second of a back-to-back. Case in point, Utah last night. Case in point, Detroit tomorrow, because the Pistons play tonight in Phoenix. And that line, the game hasn't even started yet. That line, courtesy of FanDuel, is Detroit -4. The Phoenix Suns money line, plus 140. The OU on that one, 214.5. And because the Pistons play today, there is no line yet for tomorrow's Detroit Warriors game. But that's a perk for your Golden State Warriors. Having a team playing the second of a back-to-back come to town, a very advantageous opportunity for your Golden State Warriors. And that line, again, courtesy of FanDuel, as we await and see just what exactly this Detroit Pistons team is. I think the Pistons themselves have a couple of interesting tests for themselves. Again, Phoenix above the Warriors in the standings currently. Flip-flopping back and forth with the Minnesota Timberwolves for the 6-7 seed. The Warriors have been in that 8 seed for what feels like 2 months. I don't know exactly how long they've been the 8 seed for now, but there's 3 games in the loss column separating them and the 6-7 seeds, and sometimes the 5 seed. The Lakers are in the mix there sometimes. The Rockets are in the mix there sometimes. And then they have a 2-game cushion in the loss column over Portland and the LA Clippers. I think it's actually 3 over Portland. I'm not actually looking at the standings right now, going off memory from last night's game, as they await a Detroit Pistons team who is clearly atop the standings in the East. So again, not much new in terms of the Golden State Warriors, in terms of news, in terms of anything to report. But I want to play this clip real fast from DeMarcus Cousins. And again, I was expecting Gabb Goudy to come on the program. Here, I'll post a link right now if anybody wants to come on. And if you don't, I get it. Our audience participation is usually not as the interest is not as strong on off days. Post-game shows are usually where people can get fired up and like coming on the show and expressing opinions. And again, until there's a trade or until there's some sort of news, not much to report. But Boogie Cousins, among many current and former NBA players, have been very dissatisfied with the Steve Kerr treatment to certain players. Case in point, Steve Kerr. And Boogie, his former player, has not minced words. Case in point, this latest clip where Boogie, let me set this up here real fast. Again, this is courtesy of the show Run It Back on FanDuel TV. And Boogie was asked about Giannis going to the Warriors, and he touched on the subject that we brought up a little bit last night, which is the Steve Kerr factor. Does Giannis Antetokounmpo want to play for Steve Kerr? Steve Kerr DNP Jonathan Kuminga for over a month this season because of quote-unquote fit. Well, does Giannis fit the Warriors? What does Boogie, his former player, have to say?
And obviously, sending out whatever they have, it's still not a complete team. I think that's the same case with the Warriors. You think about the fit next to Draymond, how that works, trying to figure out that dynamic. And then you also have to consider Steve Kerr. Is he even the right guy to coach a talent like Giannis as far as how his system goes? This isn't a guy that's, shown throughout his history to really tweak his system. It's more so you have to come in and fit the system. And I don't necessarily know if Giannis is, the perfect fit for that system. So when I think of all those factors, the Knicks stand out the most for me.
And this is kind of a bit karmic, if that's what this comes down to. Again, I posed the question for the Steve Kerr apologists more specifically. How the hell are you going to feel if Giannis passes up on going to the Warriors because of Kerr? We got the report last year, and I know Kevin Durant pushed back on the individual who published the report, but he didn't actually push back on the report itself, which was Logan Murdoch of the Ringer, who came out and said that the reason why Kevin Durant didn't want to come back to the Warriors, why he left the Warriors in the first place, was because of Steve Kerr. And who's to say that Giannis won't say the same thing? Karma's a bitch if it comes back and bites you in the ass. And is this not karmic if that's what Giannis does? Watching how Steve Kerr has treated Kuminga these last 3-4 years? Tim of the City. Weren't you just on the show last night? Good to see you again, or hear from you again. How are you doing?
Hi.
I can hear you, yeah. You're driving? Are you driving?
Yeah, I'm driving. I'm sorry. I'll be real quick.
You don't have to be. Go ahead.
No, I was just I'm driving by Santa Clara right now, and I just wanted to give you a quick 49ers take, and you tell me what you think, because there's a little bit of tie-in because it has to do with some coaching. So
love it. Proceed.
So I think we could agree that Shanahan is a top 3 coach in the NFL, right?
I haven't thought about the rankings. He's up there. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, he's up there. Whereas we would rank Steve Kerr toward the bottom, right?
Fair.
Yeah, but so I'm not a Purdy fan. I don't think he has it, and I
Same.
think the problem is that the I forgot the GM's name, but Lynch and Shanahan, they signed Purdy as a face-saving move when they screwed up the
Trey Lance.
Yeah. Because they thought he would be a Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray always burned at them when they had Garoppolo, and then they saw this as an opportunity to get a similar player. That blew up in their face, and they look like the laughingstock of the NFL.
Well, and to be fair to the Niners, like Brock Purdy, I don't think Purdy was the plan. It just kind of like he was next man up, and he was delivering. I mean, the initial impression with Brock Purdy was fantastic. I think we all got excited there. I mean, shit, the man led the team as the QB to the Super Bowl and came that close to forever being in lore and having a cemented legacy. But unfortunately, he lost the game to old Patty Mahomes, fine Irish lad, and I think Dan Orlovsky's analysis on ESPN started to talk for football here all of a sudden, but I thought Orlovsky's analysis was accurate in that there's a lot of QBs you can just slide into the Kyle Shanahan system, and they're going to look good no matter what, largely because that system just nurtures and makes QBs look good. It also didn't hurt that the Niners had an elite defense for all those years, right? So, but when the impetus is on Purdy to carry the team, we kind of saw the true colors and realized, yeah, he's just a little dude out there. There's only so much he can do. He's not, Am I? Are we on the same page there? Am I?
Well, I think Shanahan's more implicated in the Brock Purdy signing than people are giving him credit for, because he had to look. Lynch and Shanahan wanted to look smart after they cut the Trey Lance flub, and they had to look smart. And they had to say, they're like, look how smart we are. Every single team in the NFL draft passed up on this guy, and look at Purdy now. We got him, and he's an MVP candidate. When I think they really knew that he wasn't that good, but they just had to do some kind of face saving, or at least their impression was they had to do.
Well, and they gave him that big contract. And
then
exactly. And by the way, Kev F in our chat mentions that Larry Krueger thinks Brock Purdy is the one. Larry and I are going to be doing a dual stream, I believe, next week. And I'm going to bring that up because I don't cover the Niners closely enough where my opinion on Brock Purdy should outweigh Larry's. Like, and this is the point that I'm going to bring up. It's like if I approached Larry and I started emphatically like putting my fist down saying, hey, sorry, Brock Purdy's not the guy. I'm pretty sure Larry would get a little annoyed at me, someone who's not at the Niner facilities, who's not covering this team day in, day out, and he'd be right. And that's and I bring that up because when you reverse the roles, you have a lot of people who don't cover the Warriors extensively. They're not around the team 24/7. They're not communicating with inside sources 24/7. They're not like religiously observing this team. They're like, this is my 24/7 full-time job is covering the Warriors in the same way that it's Larry's job 24/7 covering the Niners. So while I will disagree strongly with Larry that Brock Purdy's the one, I don't agree with that sentiment. I'm not going to sit here and die on that hill either because I simply don't have enough quote-unquote data to back up my own opinion on this. But at the same time, some people out there will die on the hill that Steve Kerr is the right man for the job. And I think that's utter lunacy too. It's crazy. But with all that said, for the folks out there who actually think that one episode that got a little heated is going to fray a 25-year friendship. No, we're going to be doing this again next week. I love Larry. And it's okay. Friends can disagree. People can disagree about things. I don't agree that Brock Purdy's him. Larry agrees. Larry thinks Steve Kerr should not be fired. I think Steve Kerr should be put on his ass. That's just me. With all that said, continue on, sir.
What? Just one last thing. If you do talk to Larry, the most damning stat I saw on Purdy was that he holds the ball the second longest in the NFL. And to me, that's a sign that he doesn't have it. I don't know. He doesn't. I mean, even
what's your Warriors? We've been talking Niners for like forever here. Well, what's your correlation with the Niners?
Oh, okay.
I mean, with the Warriors. I'm sorry.
You could have a good coach, and like the best in the league, and then if you give them enough power, they can still screw it up. It's kind of a Kerr defense in a way that having a great coach doesn't necessarily earn you wins or success.
Well, you're doing fine. First of all, I'm not trying to rush you, but to me, and let me know what you think about this. My response to that, in terms of a correlation, in terms of an analogy with an NFL situation, to me, the Steve Kerr situation lines up far more with Bill Belichick. Now where in Belichick's case, he had a fallout with his top guy. Steve Kerr did not have a fallout with his guy, but Steve Kerr thinks he's the reason that the team won their fourth championship. In the same way that Bill Belichick thought he was the reason for the Patriots winning those 6 Super Bowls, and it took Tom Brady leaving, winning a 7th in Tampa. Side note, forcing people like me who will forever think Joe Montana is the GOAT to shut up about that take. Tom Brady statistically proved everyone who thinks Montana is the GOAT that we're not right. With that said, look, I think they're different eras. I will personally always believe Montana is the GOAT because I don't know if Tom Brady's winning 7 playing in an era when QBs are actually getting hit. But with that said, my point is Tom Brady showed that the true value in the NFL is the QB. Right? It starts and ends with QB1. Are there exceptions? Absolutely. You've seen teams like the Ravens with Trent Dilfer, the Buccaneers with Brad Johnson. There have been exceptions to that rule, but those teams are not having runs. They get 1 Super Bowl. It's a bit fluky. Congrats. You pulled it off. You had an unbelievable defense. Jim McMahon of the Bears is another one. And bravo. You won a Super Bowl, but you didn't have a run with that. It wasn't sustained. And the Bills made the wise choice of moving on from their head coach because they know the most important position is QB. And with the Niners, look, but there's so much nuance to this. It's complicated because the NFL coaching is still damn important. Like the head coach plays such an important role for a franchise, given it's not a fast-paced game. Basketball is so much more like soccer, where it's just endless activity, and it's just success and failure is rooted largely with the talent you have on your team. Whereas in football, talent's important, but each play is separated by like 45 seconds of strategizing. So it's much more of like a chess game. And so the coaching part of it has tremendous value in terms of the play calling, in terms of field position, all that stuff. My point is, with the Niners, like, I'm not saying Kyle Shanahan's a bad coach, because clearly, like, the fact that any QB can go into a system and they win regardless, that makes them look good. But I also am with you in that I don't think Brock Purdy is it. They got to get a real QB, man. I still believe, and I'm going to shut up about the Niners because this is Warriors show, but I still confidently believe that the Niners have not had a real QB since Steve Young. And the fact that it's been 30 years, whereas the New England Patriots, it took them 3 years, 4 years to find their next guy after Tom Brady, but it's taken the Niners nearly 30 years. Yeah, it pisses people like me off a little bit. What's taking you so damn long? How are you getting this wrong year after year, after decade after decade? It's insanity. But with the Kyle Shanahan thing, just give him a good QB, God damn it. And enough of this Brock Purdy bullshit. He's cute. He's cute. It's a cute project having him as your QB. But the guy's a little guy. The moment something goes wrong with him in terms of talent around him, things have to be perfect for Brock Purdy to succeed. The all-time great QBs did not need everything to be perfect to be successful on a consistent basis. That's my Brock Purdy take. And finish up, sir. I'm sorry. I'm going off on tangents here. Forgive me.
No, that's fine. It's my fault. But
no, you're good. It's no fault. You're good.
The analog for Shanahan, to me, even though he hasn't had the same success, would be Greg Popovich. And even Greg Popovich, as good as he was, he wore out his welcome after a while. And we're coming up on 10 years of Shanahan, I think. So I think we give him 3 more years, and that, as much as I love him and as good as he is, I think we'd have to move on in 3 years.
By the way, Larry Hood's in the chat. I don't have the ability to unblock people or unblock accounts. Even if I accidentally did that, I don't know how to undo it. Forgive me for that. Just create another account. All you got to do to be in the chat for our show is have a Gmail account. At least that's the best of my knowledge. And those things are so easy to create. Like, just create another Gmail account, create another handle. I don't think you even need another account. I think just under one account, you can create multiple handles. Just create a new handle, please. I forgive me if I did it accidentally. If I didn't do it accidentally, you probably said something that pissed me off personally, meaning you put my name into the conversation instead of saying something about the team. But if it was accidental, forgive me. Just create another handle, man. Any final thoughts, Tim?
Yeah, that's all. Thanks.
Yeah, that's it. You're done. That's it. So what do you? So you want Giannis to come to the Warriors, right? Is that an easy answer? Yes.
Yeah. Because no matter what, it would be an upgrade from what we already have.
Do you think Giannis will come to the Warriors?
No, I think he's going to New York.
That's correct. I just don't know what New York's offering. I like the asset picture of this, because if you're Milwaukee and you're looking at New York's offer, you're basically the mentality of Milwaukee is great. You're putting more work on our plate because they're gonna have to flip those assets again. And something tells me what Milwaukee's telling New York is you do all the heavy lifting. You figure out who that third team is that's gonna bring us a buttload of picks. and then we'll make a deal happen.
Yeah.
We're not doing a one-on-one with you, clearly. Like, so my guess is that's the holdup with New York. Again, the Warriors are in the driver's seat. It's all up to Giannis. Like, I don't know what Giannis wants to do. And again, Giannis, Mr. Antetokounmpo, if you're watching or listening to this, or if the message gets to you somehow, we want you here in the San Francisco Bay Area. When the time comes and you got to answer that question, do you want to play for the Warriors? There's only one answer.
Come on, do it. Do it. Do it. Come on, sweetie, do it.
Okay.
Do it. Do it.
Do it. Do it.
Okay,
Do
sir.
it.
Thank you.
Tim, love you, man. Thank you. OMG, it's Manny. Joining us from what, Orlando? Is that correct?
Yes, sir. How's it going,
It's
Si?
been a little while, man.
Yeah, last time we were here, I was going through the medical issues. I don't know if you remember.
I do. Are things better?
Well, I mean, I was told I was on borrowed time because of my heart, and I'm still here. So I guess I got a lot of borrowed time to keep going, right?
I didn't know it was that extreme, man. Like they told you you're on borrowed time?
Yeah, my heart's pretty bad, but whatever. I mean, I'm still here, and I'm.
Dude, but
What do you want?
Manny, you've been on this show. You look like a young, healthy man, dude. Like, what's going on?
When I was in the military, I fell off a 15-foot ladder and I cracked the back of my skull. And the medication that they gave me, the side effects affected my heart, and now I'm going through heart issues because of that. And I can't sue or do anything about it because it was the government, and I signed a contract with the military, and I just pretty much have to deal with it. I mean, I'm 100% service-connected disabled from the military, but just stuff I got to live with now.
So you have no legal recourse here. You just have to like shut up and take your life being ruined.
Yeah.
If your family, like if something does, God forbid, happen to you, does your family get taken care of?
Oh yeah. I mean, all I have is my daughter, but she'll be fine. She'll have a good amount of money. I mean, the money's not gonna make up for me not being here, but yeah, I mean, she'll be well taken care of by the government. That for sure.
I'm so sorry, bro. Like, is there hope that you can have a long life? Like, is this like a dead set thing? I mean,
brother, the God that I serve has done even more. I'm not trying to get religious in here, so I have faith that I'm going to be here for a long time. I don't care what the doctors say.
I hope so, brother. That's oh my God, man. I mean, I remember you bringing this up last time, but I either forgive me if you were this direct in terms of how serious your condition is.
No, I didn't give you much of the details. I was just going over it. I was actually hospitalized that day and going through all that stuff. But I mean, like I said, I'm still good. I'm doing great things for myself. I actually started a YouTube channel myself.
What is it?
So it's just my name, OMG, it's Manny. I'm just doing like car modifications and that kind of stuff. I'm actually working on the car that I'm giving my daughter for her high school. Whenever she goes into senior year, is a Audi A3. It was in a little accident. So in there, I mean, there's a video coming up on Saturday morning. I started changing the front bumper, the grill, and all that kind of stuff, and just recording. It's all homemade, very beginner style. It's just to keep me busy and entertained. But yeah, that's what I've been venturing in now.
Go, man. We'll stay strong, brother. Weed's legal in Florida, right?
I've never done it in my life, and I'm perfectly fine without it. So I
say that from a health perspective. There are real benefits, dude.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry. I don't mean to start playing fake doctor here. I'll shut up.
No, but you're good. You're good, brother.
That's sad, man. I'm so sorry.
No. On the contrary, man. Don't be sad. Be happy because I'm here. I'm smiling. I'm enjoying the show. And what better than to enjoy life while the person's living, right?
Exactly.
I don't care to people to try to enjoy my life after I'm gone. Enjoy me while I'm here.
Well, what can the Warriors do to make you happier? I mean, because happiness is very important for good health. So, is Giannis the secret to your ticker?
I think the one thing that the Warriors can do that could make me happier will be to trade Brandon Pajemski. That would be the best.
Joe Lacob, are you hearing this? This is potentially a dying man's wish. Literally, I ain't making this shit up, man. And listen to the man. All he's asking for, he's not asking for the world. All he wants is Brandon Pajemski traded. This is going to be a promo, by the way. This is an absolute YouTube short, despite how morbid the topic is. Look, Manny, I don't think you're asking for too much.
It's really not. Listen, I'm here like looking at his stats. The last 3 years, this man keeps averaging the same amount of minutes, 26.8 minutes. He hasn't gone past 12 points. He's still not averaging 4 assists a game, and he's getting minutes before Guy Santos and so many other players that are actually having a positive impact. This man is becoming a like turnover freaking machine. He rushes into the paint, jumps in the air, and then he's trying to throw the ball somewhere before he gets a block or something. It's just dumb basketball that he's playing, man.
It is. It's just average. But it's like Brandon Podziemski reminds me of the type of guy that in 2005 we get excited for, because what else can you get excited for? But this ain't 2005, man. Like this is.
It sure isn't.
And again, I don't mind the minutes when he's playing the point. Like I still see a future where if for whatever reason God damn it, now it's like if they keep him, they're gonna break your heart. We can't have that. Joe, trade the man. Trade the man. Save Manny's life. We're not even exaggerating here. Save Manny. Trade Pods. Oh my God, brother, this is crazy. This is crazy.
But switching side just real quick. Well, I mean, out of the realistic options of Giannis coming to the Warriors, which I would love if Giannis was to come to the Warriors, I'm guessing that the Draymond Green and I guess Kuminga side will be one of them. The other one will be the Jimmy Butler. Right? Those are the two routes that they can take for it because of matching money.
There's a lot of different conversations about it. I think money-wise, I think you could pull it off even without trading Jimmy, but the likelihood is you include Jimmy, you include Kuminga, and you get back Giannis and another piece. I think that's the grand vision here. If you can pull this off, is you're and Podziemski probably gonna go, and who knows, maybe that'll give you some life here, brother. And but I think that's the math seems to indicate it would be Butler, Kuminga, Podziemski, because Podziemski thankfully is still looked at as a young asset with some value for some teams. I hope.
But he's not going anywhere, right?
Who?
He's probably not going to go anywhere.
Maybe, but I also don't know how much pull Steve Kerr has either on that. And to me, like Kerr's the only person who is fighting for Podziemski, him and Steph. So take that for what it's worth. But I think the big picture plan is either you get just two players back from Milwaukee. Please don't let it be Kyle Kuzma. I mean, if you're going to get a second piece, let it be like Ryan Rollins. Let it be even if it's Miles Turner, at least you have a centerpiece there alongside Giannis. But that I'm guessing is what the plan is that it's not going to just be Giannis. It'll be Giannis and another complementary piece. Because if you're doing Jimmy and Kuminga, if you're trading of both, that's nearly $80 million that you're sending out. And so the space is there to bring in a second asset who makes some cash. But we shall see, brother. Are you a Magic fan at all? Are you invested in your local NBA team?
Well, it's the only one I can go watch physically, and I only go when the Warriors are in town. So I think that says a lot. Or if I'm just like extremely bored, I'll go get some Magic tickets. But I don't follow them as much as I follow the Warriors. And my closet would rather say that I'm a huge Warriors fan, since I only have like one Magic T-shirt and like 7 jerseys.
Chat, by the way, Bobby Portis, a name I completely spaced on. That could be the other player as well, and the math would work for that front. I brought up Orlando with you because like, what's going on with the Magic, man? Why are they such an underachieving team? They should be better than this.
I have no idea. Again, I don't follow them like I watch the Warriors. That's just like a go-to type place when I got nothing else to do. But if the Warriors are in town, I'm definitely over there.
Hamza Kassem in the chat saying, if they get Giannis, are they instant championship contenders? Yes. I mean, that's the whole reason you're doing this, is to get a 5th ring. It's 100% yes. It's you make the trade for Giannis, and let's say you get Giannis and Bobby Portis for Jimmy Butler and Johnny Kuminga. You're 100% in contender status. Like, what is the point of doing this otherwise? The goal here is to get Steph and company a 5th ring. But again, you got to get them, right? You got to get Giannis. How old is your girl, Manny?
My daughter, she just turned 16.
Oh, so she's have you talked to her doctor about maybe that being the reason why your heart's struggling a little bit? Because it's a pretty common thing.
And she has a boyfriend now and all this craziness. So
you like him?
He's a cool kid. I met his parents too, so it's
so it's his parents that are the issue.
No. Honestly, I think if anything, I think the issue is me. I'm too happy, go lucky, energetic, and I be going.
Okay.
I'm just like energetic in a happy way. I just live my life like 100 miles an hour, and I don't want to slow down.
Good for you, brother. Good for you, man. I just stay. Don't go anywhere. Just stay with us. All right. Do what you got to
That's the
do.
plan. Actually,
Good.
I think tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, we are moving into 11 months as a subscriber to you.
Bro, congrats. Thank you, Manny.
So yeah,
Loyal Golden Days. Dude, you've been with me since the Locked On days, right?
yes,
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember even seeing you back then. That's crazy, brother. I stay strong, please, man. Any final thoughts? Anything else you want to touch on?
just if we were to trade Jimmy and Kuminga for Giannis, would Giannis be okay playing the 5? And how would the spacing be with Giannis and Draymond Green on the floor? I mean, defensively, that's amazing because Draymond likes playing with Al Horford because he's good in defense, but the defense is great. Now, what happens to the offense? And Kerr's gonna play Curry, Pods, and then probably Moody, Draymond, and Giannis if he wants to play the 5. Because I think positionally wise, it would make more sense to trade Draymond, so because Giannis wants to play the 4 most likely, but I know that Draymond is almost unmovable from the Warriors, especially now.
Here's the other part too: is that I know Draymond doesn't like playing the 5 for good reason. He's not physically built as a center in the NBA. With that said, I think the equation changes a little bit if you're pairing him with another big, meaning if it's him and Giannis on the floor together. I think those two can basically share the role, and it suddenly doesn't become this physical strain. Like the pressure suddenly is eased a bunch. So even if like Draymond is on paper your starting center or your closing center, having Giannis out there with you kind of eases that burden a bit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I think they can kind of basically play off each other. Now, granted, you'd have to surround those 3 with shooting, like if you want the spacing, like you said, because Draymond shooting threes is not a recipe for success. I know there's a lot of games where those hit, but you also have games like last night where he was 0 for 6 and didn't score a single point. He had a donut offensively, and that's not a good look. But they did win, and defensively he was stepping up. So my point is, I think it could work. And like you said, I think there's enough talent on this team to surround those two. Stephen Curry is still a cheat code, man. It is crazy that he's turning 38 in 6 weeks. And when you see him out there on the court, his release is still has the same speed. All he needs is like this much space. Like teams double team him. They even triple team him. And side note, I'm sure Giannis, here's another reason why you should come to the Warriors. Have you ever played with that kind of spacing in your life? I mean, you literally will have the floor to yourself because every other team in the NBA is deathly afraid of Stephen Curry. So Giannis, you can have Stephen Curry as your teammate, giving you an open lane every possession. All you got to do is
do it. Come on, sweetie, do it. Okay. Do it. Mm-hmm. Do it.
Giannis, do it.
All right, Sai. Well, I'm gonna let you go, man. And for I guess the last thing I'll say is for Joe Lacob, get rid of Pods and bring Giannis, please. Make a wish.
Coming soon to a YouTube short near you. Manny, that was phenomenal. Thank you, brother.
All right, brother. God bless you, man. Take care.
God bless you, dude. Stay well, brother. Thank you. Oh my God, that was crazy. Thoughts and prayers, literally, dude. To Manny. Stay strong, stay healthy. Just do what you got to do to be happy, brother. That's the most important thing. That was a hell of a caller. Frank B, tough act to follow. Do your best, man. I know there's a lot of pressure. Are you ready? Do you want me to come back? I can give you like a minute.
Can you hear me? I can hear
you loud and clear. Yeah. Do you want the camera to be like that, where we're just looking at your dome and?
Yeah. No. Take me off camera, dude.
Okay. I will take you off camera so we can only hear you. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Where my computer is, it doesn't work.
That's fine. Go ahead, brother. I'll shut up.
No, this Giannis thing. Okay, this is my first time being on your show.
Welcome.
But I've been with you since right around this time last year. I started following you sometime right around the time Jonathan Kuminga got hurt last year.
Okay, I remember that. Okay, so it's been like over a year. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like in my mind, it was like December when he started playing well. I first saw you and I was like, oh man, this is pretty cool, and I enjoyed it, and I've been with you ever since. But what I was calling this Giannis thing, I don't think it's gonna happen until the summertime. I have a family member who's been in the NBA family for over probably around 25 years. And
when you say NBA family, I'm not going to ask you to name this guy. I'm not trying to figure out who he is, but is it someone who's with an organization, someone who's with the NBA, or someone who played and has connections?
He's been in organizations. He's worked for the league.
Okay, so you got some inside knowledge. Go for it.
Yeah. So he told me, because he gets a little bit of inside knowledge, he said the Warriors are in the hunt for Giannis, but no one thinks it's going to happen before the summertime. And so when I talked to him about it, he said a lot of people think that the Warriors' best chance to get him is now versus in the summertime, because there are more teams that can put together trade packages for him.
Frank, I tell your friend, I wholeheartedly agree. I think if the Warriors are serious about this, you strike now. You do not wait till summer.
But he thinks totally opposite. Being from that part of the NBA, he says because there aren't going to be as many teams that are interested in Giannis or are going to want to pay the price for Giannis in the summertime. It's not going to happen.
I agree with your friend.
The you sign your stuck CBA that we're playing under, people don't want to realize just how screwed up that thing is. So because of, you've heard of the 2027 reset, right?
Yes, for the Warriors, correct. Yeah.
For everybody. That's over half of the NBA. That's why
you're right. I've heard it for the Lakers. Well, not for the Clippers, certainly. For Miami, there's a lot of teams. You're right.
Over half of the NBA, everybody's going to be a free agent at the end of 2027.
Which is, and side note, Frank, I don't know if you agree with me with this or not, but don't you think that's foolish, wishful thinking to pretend that you're going to get all these free agents on your like Jokic, for example, is a free agent in 2027. Yep. He ain't leaving Denver. He's not going anywhere.
It's a reset for a lot of players. Okay, a lot of players are playing in places they don't want to play anymore.
Like who?
Half of the guys who are on losing teams that are coming available want to be able to go play somewhere where they have a chance to win.
I'm trying to look up right now who's going to be a free agents in 2027 because
the way he explained it to me was this. In 2027, you'll have a 2-year window before the players back out of the CBA at the end of the 29 season, when they renegotiate the CBA based on the TV contract and the salaries explode, just like back in 2014, 2015, when KD went to the Warriors, when the salary cap did what? Exploded.
Yep.
That's about to happen again. So the Warriors are set up for a 2-year run at the end of Steph's career.
Yep.
That they can go out and try to build a roster at the end of next year for that 2-year window. Because after that, Steph's gone.
It's really a 1-year window. It's really just next year. Yeah.
No. At the end of next year, there is a 2-year window before the end of the CBA.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah,
do you want to hear some names, by the way? For the names are fascinating, like in terms of who's going to be an unrestricted free agent. Do Do you mind if I read off some names to you?
Yeah, go ahead, man. I don't have nothing.
And some of these names, I'm just going to read them all. Some of them are aging players who will not have value, or they might be retired. Like top of the list is Stephen Curry. He's going to be an unrestricted free agent, but chances are he's going to retire. Could be wrong with that. Maybe he keeps playing. Who knows? Anthony Davis, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jimmy Butler, Nikola Jokic, Karl Anthony Towns, Paul George, Donovan Mitchell, Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, Zach LaVine, Trae Young, James Harden, Brandon Ingram, Kyrie Irving, Rudy Gobert, Michael Porter Jr., Jalen Green, Drew Holiday, Julius Randle, Jeremy Grant, Jordan Poole, Tyler Hero, Isaiah Hardenstein, DeJounte Murray, Andrew Wiggins, RJ Barrett, Miles Bridges, Draymond Green, DeMar DeRozan, Cam Johnson, Jonathan Kuminga, Kyle Kuzma, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Dylan Brooks, Josh Hart, Malik Monk, Keldon Johnson, Salty Aldama, Grayson Helen, Klay Thompson, Lou Dortz. That's a list.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what my folks were telling me. He's like, Frank, everything is set up for the end of 2027 when everybody becomes a free agent and guys can go where they want for a 2-year window, that 2-year contracts. Because he said the days of the 4 and 5 year NBA contract are going to come to an end, because the owners have it set up that the guys are coming on these 4 and 5 year contracts and they only want to play a year, year and a half, and then they want to get traded. And that's what this whole CBA was about the you sign, you're stuck CBA. But the owners overplayed their hand in this new CBA, and now you can't get rid of somebody who comes to your organization but only gives you half an effort. They're just showing up for the check.
Frank, you're spinning a lot of facts here, brother. So how do you think this correlates with the Warriors now? So you don't think Giannis is coming, correct?
I think if Giannis comes, it will be in the summertime.
Okay.
I don't think, because this year, if he comes this year, they would have to shut him down for the rest of the year. His what I was told, that calf thing is a red flag.
Huge red flag.
He's not. I don't think Mr. Celebrini would let him play.
Well, and the truth is, man, it keeps recurring, and we're seeing an NBA game that's getting faster and faster.
Yep.
And if Giannis's body is basically telling him, I can't keep up with this, because that's what those calf strains are. They're literally just his body saying, I can't do this. Yep. I need to heal, or I'm going to break.
He needs a lot of rest. And he has to get on a different. He was telling me, he's like, well, there's different regimens and stuff that guys are trying to get on now to try to kind of alleviate that. But we didn't get into all that. But what he was telling me is the Warriors will have a chance in the off season to get him as much as anybody else if they want it. But Joe doesn't want to give up 4 first rounders. He's kind of dead set against that. But
Frank B, real quick, because there's some people not just in the chat, but generally speaking across the world who follow the NBA, who believe that the calf thing's bullshit and it's just an excuse for Giannis to get out of Milwaukee. Your thoughts on that?
I thought that might be true myself. That was one of the reasons why I talked to my family member, where I was like, is Giannis really, really broke? And he says, maybe.
Yeah, you never know.
He does have an issue. He has had the issue before, and it's cropping back up. Now, whether he could play or not is he doesn't have that, that insider information on that. All he's telling me is that there's worry in his camp, because if he does get hurt, he'll never get that Supermax deal.
You're right. You're absolutely right. By the way, Julian Bashir saying that he's trading my dog for Giannis. Julian, I love you. You're officially going in timeout for that. Bubba is off limits. You do not. I don't care if it's for Giannis. I don't care if it's for Luka. I don't care if it's for Anthony. Bubba is off the table. You are in timeout, Julian. I literally put him in timeout for that, but he's
We got to get Bubba on a flight, man. We got to get Bubba on a flight. We got to get him so he can get there for his physical.
Don't be
they got a game Friday night. They got a game Friday night. We're gonna need Bubba courtside.
Frank, man, it was this. Where in the country are you?
I'm outside. I'm just outside of Atlanta.
Ooh, okay, all right. So how are your Hawks doing, man? They're like up and down because the Hawks are another
building.
Link.
Building. Quinn's building.
I like Quinn Schneider a lot, man.
He's building. They were actually in some what he was telling me was they were in some trade talks this year, the trade thing, because they just wanted him out of town, and they got kind of what they wanted, which was what the Warriors needed, but they needed a two guard who could play point guard, McCullough. No, really, serious. He said,
I know. I'm laughing because of the lunacy of it. It's ludicrous.
Yeah, they needed somebody to play that, so their best player doesn't have to bring the ball up the court. That's what the Warriors needed. That's what the Warriors need now. They need somebody else to bring the ball up the court, so Steph Curry doesn't have to expend energy bringing the ball up the court. He's the dagger. He's the finisher. They need somebody else to bring the ball up the court. And that was what Atlanta wanted, and that was what they got. But that's why the Warriors have been looking for 3 years. That was why they went and got Chris Paul, because they need somebody to bring the ball up, because Steph is getting up there, and he can't be Steph in the last 7 minutes of the game after having played point guard the whole game.
I just don't understand what happened. Like, why did Draymond stop being the point center for this team? Like, what happened to that? Dre used to be the guy who would handle that responsibility.
Dre can't do that either.
He got old too.
Father Time is the GOAT.
So basically, the plan. If logic adds up here, the plan was they saw how good Jordan Poole looked next to Steph, and so Jordan Poole was the answer until he got knocked out by Draymond, and then the whole plan fell apart, and it's never been put together since.
Well, yeah, Bob got upset. Bob got upset. The punch was the initial snowball that rolled down.
It was, man. It was.
But
yeah.
Bob got upset when they wouldn't do anything when the whole Draymond thing went down, and then that was why Bob came out with that comment of, I can search for whoever you want to search, but if the coach won't play him, and that was Bob telling you, I'm out the door. I can't deal with this guy because he's playing on this outdated business model.
Yeah.
And the small ball, thing was, Bob was like, we can't do this anymore. I need to change. And Kerr, he wants to be like the Houston coach and shoot 53s a game. And he's like,
and again, it's a strategy that in the regular season can work for the most part, at least work in terms of getting you to the postseason. That is not a strategy in the postseason that's going to work, though. Well, and
you're aging, and you can't do that. You have to slow your pace of play down. Steph and those guys can't play 2,200 minutes anymore. Clay couldn't play 2,200. Draymond can't play 2,200 minutes anymore.
Agreed.
So the Warriors had to change how they did business, but Steve Kerr can only play one way. The small ball from back against Cleveland thing, he never got past that. See, he was like being able to change what you do and make adjustments on how you do is not something Kerr wants to do. He's stuck in. That's why Bob said he's playing. He's under an old antiquated business model. He has to get out of that John Wooden high post split post option and get with the rest of the talent that's around him.
Anybody that brings up John Wooden, it tells me they know their shit when it comes to hoops. Frank, you clearly are. You clearly know your stuff. You're not blowing smoke. I could figure that much out. How crazy is it to you that the Atlanta Hawks, the Milwaukee Bucks are asking for Jalen Johnson in a Giannis trade? Like, are you out of your mind?
Exactly.
Like,
That's what I'm saying. Everybody, he's one of the guys that people were talking about them trading because he's an ascending player. Everybody loves him, and they have another guy that Dyson Daniels that people are in love with because he's going to average four steals a game soon. That kid can play. When I watched him, I'm like, yeah, that kid, he's got the instincts for defense.
Well, I mean, wasn't he runner-up for Defense Player of the Year last year? I mean,
he might have been. I don't remember, but he's the truth. He's going to be the truth. But Atlanta was. There are a lot of people that are trying to get people for Atlanta, but Quinn Snyder wants to keep those guys.
Yeah,
he really does. Good reason. He wants to keep those guys, but
for good reason.
Yeah, to play against the West, he's got to get a big man, and big men are so hard to come by. You're not going to be a factor if you don't have a post option.
Julian's back. Good. Julian, I hope you understand. I did that just as a joke. I put him in timeout for throwing Bubba under the bus. Bubba's too innocent, man. He's just a little squishy
cool.
potato.
I like when Julian comes on the show.
I do too.
Young man. That's a smart.
I'm glad he rolled along with that. Frank B, you're a fantastic call, brother. I appreciate you joining me, and because it's kind of late over there. It's 7:21, so. Appreciate you again.
Starting. There was a 7:00 game that I probably go turn to and watch. I think this is
the only one gripe with the NBA this year with the new media rights versus last year, where like last year and years past, I always knew what nights I could count on nationally televised basketball. Like I knew Wednesday and Fridays were ESPN. I knew Thursdays were TNT. Sometimes Tuesdays were added to the mix on TNT, and then the national networks like ABC would get in the mix once the NFL season ended. And so I knew Sunday basketball was going to be on ABC, and then maybe Saturday night on ABC we'd get again. And Monday was NBA TV. It was so set in stone. But this new format, and maybe it's my fault that I haven't kept up with it, but Thursdays, what channel, what streaming platform? What's the action on a Thursday with the NBA right now? Because it used to be
right
TNT.
Now I don't know. I'm a league pass guy. So
bravo.
I'm a league pass guy because I'm not just a Warriors game.
You're smart.
I'm retired, so I'm a league pass guy. I'll watch the Hawks. They come on at 8. They come on in an hour. I'll probably watch. There was another game that came on. Detroit and Phoenix is going to be a good game. That comes on later on tonight. And Houston.
By the way, this is the front page of ESPN right now. Just to show you, I appreciate the mighty Disney catching up and understanding what the bottom line is. The front page of ESPN.com at the very top, the headline reads, "The Warriors want Giannis, but does Giannis want the Warriors?" That's what it comes down to. I really do believe that the ball is in the Warriors' court. Oh, sorry about that, brother. The ball is in the Warriors' court in terms of them having leverage over everyone else. It's going to come down to Giannis, man. And again, Giannis, brother, the Bay Area is beautiful. When people come here, they never leave for good reason, man. Whether it's culture, whether it's education, whether it's weather, you name it. We've got it.
Yeah,
Giannis, all you got to do is just say yes, man. Come on, brother.
Do it. Come on, sweetie. Do it. Okay. Do it. Mm-hmm. Do it.
Good one. I like that one. The thing about Giannis coming here is his people are going to look at the Warriors' pay structure and go, okay, how are they going to put together a team that's going to be able to build a 10 to 11 man roster? Because the Dame thing didn't work because Middleton, the third scorer, got hurt. So they didn't have the players that they need. How is Golden State gonna take Giannis and Steph Curry and find a third scorer? And how are we gonna be able to build an 11-man roster? Because Steph isn't gonna be able to play 35 minutes or more or 30 minutes a night, and neither
I got an answer for you, man. First of all, thanks to Champ Ross, they call it Amazon Thursday. So Amazon Prime has a doubleheader for those of us who are not lucky enough to have League Pass, like Frank B. But weirdly, the game that's on right now, I mean, Prime. I mean, if you want to get an audience for national games, you got to do a little better than Bucks Wizards. That's literally the marquee warm up for the night game is Bucks Wizards. If you're curious to know what is the lowest rated national game in NBA history, it's happening right now because the Bucks are playing the Wizards. No one gives a shit.
Is that the only? I think that Sacramento and Philly is the other 7:00 game.
But Philly at least has VJ Edgecombe. Like Philly's a decent team, man. They got Joel Embiid. What the hell do the Bucks and the Wizards have for you? I don't care about Bobby Portis. I don't care about Chris Middleton at 35 on the Wizards. That is an ugly ass game.
Yeah. That's nothing good could come from that game. Nothing good's gonna happen in that game.
Bucks and Wizards. Oh my God, dude! Come on, Prime. What are you doing, man? But
they're new to this, man. They ain't true to this. They knew. So we got to cut them a little slack. Maybe they'll hire Kerr after this year, and he can go over there and tell them.
All right. Well, by the way, I heard from Gabb Goudy, and I'm trying to convince her to see if she'll join us for tomorrow night's Warriors Pistons post game. She expressed sincere apologies and mistook the time zones. She's in Central Time. I think she's in Chicago right now. So we'll get Gabb Goudy back on the show soon. But Frank, any final thoughts, brother? As we I want to get to the mailbag. It's going to be a new segment.
No. I'm ready. My only final thoughts are Giannis ain't the answer for this year, maybe for next year, but we have to get a third best player. So I
was about to answer that. I'm sorry, I spaced there. I was going to answer that for you, brother. So let's say the Warriors make this trade. Let's say, for the sake of argument, we'll simplify things because it's probably going to be more moving pieces than this. But let's keep it very simple. And let's say the trade is Kuminga, Podziemski, Jimmy Butler. You're getting back Giannis and Bobby Portis. Let's say that's the trade.
Ooh, I would love that trade. I would love that trade.
I would love that trade too. So let's say, for the sake of argument, that's what happens. And your concern is who's the Warriors' third scorer in that scenario.
Yep.
I don't think they have necessarily a go-to guy for that third scorer, but I think they're good enough to make it a by committee scenario. And that committee can be Moses Moody if he has a night like last night where he dropped 26.
Yeah.
It could be, and maybe the better answer is DeAnthony Melton, who's really starting to come into his own here, and I hope he's a long-term Golden State Warrior. I love this kid. Maybe it's DeAnthony Melton. Maybe Will Richard continues to take leaps, and on certain nights he becomes the third guy. Maybe Guy Santos continues to take leaps, and he becomes the third guy.
I love Guy and Will. I love Guy and Will.
Warriors is currently constructed, and I know Utah's a bad example, but last night, man, their bench had 5 double-digit scorers. I think they're good enough where, as long as you have this top two that's so powerful with Steph and Giannis, I think you can survive that, man. I do. I don't know if you need.
The thing about it is, if Giannis comes here, we have to change what we do offensively fundamentally, because this old, outdated John Wooden offense that Kerr's running, it's not going to work. If you talk about Jonathan Kuminga don't fit, Giannis don't fit, because that offense that we run is not built through the post.
And I'm telling you, Frank, you're absolutely right. And what I can promise you folks out there is that is one of many things Giannis is curious about. What is Warriors in terms of what his fit and role would be, and whether or not this offense would be modified for Giannis. And this is where, again, man, karma is coming back to bite Steve Kerr in the ass, because he's made promises like this before. I remember hearing Kerr this last summer saying, "Oh, I can easily make a Draymond, Jimmy, and Kuminga fit. I can easily figure this out." And then it didn't happen. And so here we are. So
because this 0.5 stuff that he talks, the 0.5 stuff that he talks about, and the quick movement of the ball, this and that, all of that goes away when Giannis is here. All of it.
We'll see, brother. We'll see.
Even more so than with Jimmy.
We shall see. But Frank, you were fantastic. Thank you. Hope you have a great night in Georgia.
All right.
The beautiful Peach State. Take it easy, Frank. Look, we gotta better late than never. I mean, I'm grateful that an hour in we're still live because look, sometimes you just got to roll into a party on your own schedule. Sometimes you got to let the world know, yeah, I know that the invite said 5, but the invitation really meant the party starts when I get here. And what I mean by that is our guest, the person of the hour is here. A round of applause. I do have an applause sound effect, don't I? I do. Yeah.
I'm so embarrassed. I'm so sorry. And I look so disheveled. I was like, let me get it together now, you guys. Oh, my God.
You were like, what are the options? Either now or tomorrow night at 12 Central? Yeah, I'll come on right now.
I couldn't be more embarrassed or more sorry, but I'm here. Okay. But I'm here to talk.
Better late than never. Gabb Goudy. I'm sorry for not memorizing your social handle. Is it @Gabb Goudy?
Yeah. Yep.
That easy. And you're with FanDuel, and this is where us being a FanDuel program, we're lucky, we're fortunate to be connected with the network because we can get incredible guests like you on the program. Gabb, what do you do for the network, and how the hell did you even get connected?
I yap about sports all day long. I just talk away, give opinions, argue a little bit, make some sports takes that are a little controversial sometimes,
I like that.
Stuff. How did I get into it? I literally just started posting on the internet, and they're like, hey, do you want to post more? I'm like, sure, love.
A natural star. I respect that. FanDuel's got a good eye for talent. They made the good call there. I love the fact that you came out right out and said, I say things that sometimes are controversial. That's like, if you're not doing that, why are you in this game? Like the entire, and Gabb, we're based here in the San Francisco Bay Area, where this feckless media scene, they're so afraid to say and do anything controversial. I don't know where this fear comes from. Maybe it's just the fact that they're all like employed and they think like they're
right. They gotta like say the nicest things about every single person. Sometimes you gotta say that was bad.
Yes.
Sometimes you watch a game and you're like, that was bad. That wasn't good.
Sometimes you gotta say fire the coach.
I like to say that one. Not about the Cavs. I don't say that one about the Cavs, but I say that one about the Browns.
Well, the Cavs are your team, and their head coach is a former Warriors assistant, Kenny Atkinson.
Yeah.
And how are your Cavs doing, by the way? Let's start there because they had a rough start to the season. It made no damn sense. I know they were fighting injuries, but they're on a roll now. Is this roll a mirage? Are they finally starting to come into a fruition in terms of a real team? What are your thoughts on the Cavs so far?
Give me like 2 more weeks to decide if they're back or not. Because Darius Garland's still hurt. Max Strus is still hurt. Evan Mobley's hurt now, but they did beat the Lakers by like 30 plus points, which was pretty cool. But I don't know. It's very inconsistent to watch them right now.
Very.
You don't even know, you don't even know half the players on the team. For like casual fans, they're like, who's that guy? Jalen Tyson. Now he's like the most hated player in the NBA right now.
Well, no, you came to the right show for that because, and in case you're wondering, if folks are wondering, what is she talking about with Jalen Tyson? Jalen Tyson, if I'm not mistaken, was this just yesterday or 2 days ago?
Oh, it was yesterday, last night. Yeah,
last night.
Not even 24 hours fresh.
I know time is a concept that I've lost a complete stranglehold or any hold on just time and like what day it is. It's just the NBA season is just one muddled day basically in my world. And so anyways, the Cavaliers host the Lakers last night, and it's LeBron James, sort of a homecoming.
Yeah.
The Cavaliers blow them out of the water. And then after the game, can you set it up, Gabb? Like, why is Jalen Tyson now in hot water with some people?
Well, first, in the middle of the game, they did an interview with him in the middle of the game, and they're like, what's it like to defend LeBron? You grew up a LeBron fan. What's it like? And he said, looked everyone dead in the eyes like this and said, I fear no man. And then walked away. So, that's crazy.
Okay.
That one's crazy.
That was crazy.
Hey, but he was right. He had a great game. Then after the game, Donovan Mitchell is getting interviewed. Post-game, Donovan's like, I want Jalen over here with me because they're like little buddies now. He took him under.
And is the interview over the loudspeakers? Like,
and on TV and everywhere. You could see any direction you look, you could see it or hear it. Yeah, He grabs the mic and goes, unprompted, goes, "This is Donovan Mitchell's city now." Like, what? And then Donovan's like, whoa. Like, I like the hype up, but like, we got to win a championship first. But it was funny.
And so it's hilarious.
And it wasn't that serious.
And basically, you suddenly had a lot of, it was very specifically Braun fans who got riled up.
Yeah,
like,
they're
how
mad.
dare him?
They're in the comments. They're in his Instagram comments.
But you're in a weird position because I'm guessing LeBron's also revered. So what's your take on that whole situation?
I thought it was funny.
Okay, good.
I thought it was funny. Like, I love LeBron. Like, LeBron, like, it's the best thing that's ever happened to my life, clearly. But, like, I thought it was funny. I mean, it wasn't, they're acting like he said, LeBron James, meet me in the street right now. We are going to throw hands. We're going to be like the Memphis Grizzlies right here. We're going to have a fight. No, but.
Your thoughts real fast while we're talking about the Cavs. And side note, you've immediately earned respect for me because when I asked you, are the Cavs real or not, you said, give me another week.
Yeah.
Great effing answer, because when I'm looking at the schedule, and this is a recurring theme with any NBA team, they suddenly look good when they have a stretch of schedule that includes this. They beat Philly twice. That's actually pretty impressive, but it's still
those were back to back too. That was pretty good.
They get their asses kicked by OKC.
That was terrible.
Terrible loss, but it's OKC, right? That's what happened.
Right. So consolation prize at best.
Then they have a 5-game winning streak that includes Charlotte, Sacramento, and 2 straight against Orlando. We have no idea what this Orlando team's like, so you can go. The Lakers game I think that represented.
That was like a statement win. Yeah.
Yes.
But none of the other games were like by any means like demolished them. They were pretty close.
Right. And against kind of mediocre opposition. So what's the difference between last year's Cavs and this year's Cavs? Like, what changed?
I missed Ty Jerome. One.
You missed Ty Jerome.
I loved Ty Jerome. He was awesome.
Some people do.
He was awesome. I mean, I don't want to say injuries because that's just like such a cop out of the whole thing because they clearly can win with the players that they have. But I don't know, like they like some of the bench pieces that they've replaced. I don't know if that's working. Like poor Lonzo Ball, he can't even play. He gets 0 minutes right now. He
because of injury or
out of sympathy.
Yeah. Is he not playing because of injury? What's the reason for that?
He's just not. He's shooting threes that I've never seen go in.
So that's a problem right there. So basically, Lonzo Ball is in Kenny Atkinson's doghouse, and we don't know why.
Well, I think he's just not. He's not good.
But he was amazing in Chicago. Like, what do you think?
He can't make a three. He can't really move. I know. I feel bad. Like, he can't even like jump when he does a layup.
So that's why you missed Ty Jerome, because he was replaced by Lonzo Ball. That was supposed to be an upgrade, by the way.
Yeah, and
it wasn't an upgrade.
Ty Jerome was just like shooting the lights out every night.
Yeah,
there was not a shot that he didn't like.
Ty Jerome, by the way, is also riding the pine, just like
I know.
Just that's crazy. So it went from 2 players being in the situations where they were happy to 2 situations where they're probably just miserable, but they're cashing in huge checks. So really,
DeAndre Hunter's not doing it. He can't make a 3 either. And like last year, I was like, wow, this is a great acquisition at the trade deadline. This is amazing. I can't believe they got this guy. And then
OMG Manny, one of our live audience members who was, a side note, by the way, you being late gave us an opportunity to have some of the live guests on today. So it worked out grand scheme. OMG Manny included, coming to us from Orlando. And he echoes my sentiments about Ty Jerome. Ty Jerome was a 2-way player for the Warriors briefly, and the way Steve Kerr used him drove me insane. But
like,
it depends
did you
on
guys
the
see what he
situation.
did last year for the Cavs though? He was insane. Like he
insanely good. Yes,
he was good. He wasn't good anywhere else. He wasn't doing anything. But like for the Cavs, he was putting up like 30-point games out of nowhere.
He was.
I don't understand.
It fit, right? It can be maddening depending on the situation. But Gabb, I love bringing guests on this program just for fresh perspectives. And we're primarily a Warriors program. And I know you love talking gambling. I love gambling. Do it responsibly, please. But it is super fun if you just create a budget.
A little hobby, it's just a fun little hobby.
Yes. What's your strategy real quick for folks who love gambling but are afraid of maybe the addiction part of it? Do you have any sage advice for them?
See, I'm not really addicted to anything.
Me too.
Yeah, I know. I've vaped once and I was like, yeah, that's not going to make me addicted. God, that's not going to do it for me. I just treat it more as just like it's just like a little fun for hobby. Like I like to be right. That's fun. $5 being right. That's cool.
Right. Do you win more than lose?
No, it's probably more losses, but I've won more money than I've lost. Ooh. I do a lot of, so what my kind of market that I do, like my thing, which I've found that out over like the last couple years. I do like futures markets. So I did a lot of NFL ones, like this team to make the playoffs, this team to make whatever. So that's my kind of thing.
Sorry, I was muted there. Correct me if I'm wrong on this analogy here. So you're basically like the blackjack player who's being even keel with their bets unless the right opportune moment presents itself.
Yeah, like if I see something nice, I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. Like last night, I'm like, you don't know how this game is gonna go. Like LeBron should go off because it's Cleveland. He wants to show off. He didn't. I'm like, I need to find a safer play here. Evan Mobley was out. Jared Allen to record a double-double was like plus 124. So I'm like, that sounds like a good number with Evan Mobley out.
Yeah.
It was fun. Guess what? Till it wasn't. He had 7 rebounds in the first half.
Evan Mobley's a player. Sorry to talk so much Cavaliers here. We'll move on in a second. But
yeah, I'm sorry to all the Warriors fans out here. You're like, I thought we got rid of this team like years ago. But here we are talking about him.
But Evan Mobley, like, what is your take on him? Because former number 2 pick, got the max rookie contract, rightfully so, man. And the projections, the hope of him was huge. But we're now in year 5? Like, what is your take on Evan Mobley? Is he living up to the hype? Is he disappointing you? Your thoughts?
Last year he was exceeding my expectations. I thought he had a phenomenal year. I mean, he won Defensive Player of the Year because of Wemby's injury, but he did win. He won a Defensive Player of the Year. He's a great defensive player. Offensively, he's getting better, but like they have this man going into the season like MVP conversations, and I was like buying in. He should be doing far better than what he has been doing so far. Like he'll have some games where he only takes like 2 to 3 shots.
Right.
In the second half, I'm like, you need the ball more. You need to get assertive with the ball. They need to get you the ball. Like they need to go around you. Because if the Cavs can't build off of Evan Mobley, they're not going to make it to a finals.
You're right. You're right on all those fronts. And we are a Warriors program. And I don't know if you've been keeping up, but there's a whole bunch of drama that's been here for years now, primarily revolving one player who was taken in the same draft as Evan Mobley, just 5 picks lower, and that's Jonathan Kuminga. And there's some speculation now about Kuminga being one of many pieces moved, and Warriors fans here in the Bay Area were praying to whoever's listening that Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You think you're going to get Giannis?
Here's the thing. First of all,
actually, I don't know why I'm saying that because it's probably going to happen. Like something like that will happen.
This is why I want to bring it up is because the math lines up. Like I don't think there's ever been a more opportune moment for the Warriors to go after him. They have the assets. You look at the rest of the market, the other 29 teams, and the interest from other folks. The Warriors are in prime position. The biggest obstacle, I think, and then I'll leave it to you, is whether or not Giannis wants to come to the Warriors. And this is where, as a Warriors show, part of the FanDuel network, we love to say, Giannis, please.
Come on, do it. Do it. Come on, sweetie, do it.
Okay.
Do it. Do it.
Do it, Giannis. Do it. Is Giannis going to do it? Your thoughts, Gabb?
That was funny. I think he's going to go somewhere. So I don't want to like keep bringing football into it, but my take on Giannis is that I think Jimmy Haslam cursed the team. Do you know who Jimmy Haslam is?
Remind me. Name sounds awfully familiar.
So he's the owner of the Cleveland Browns.
Okay, thank you.
He just bought into the Milwaukee Bucks. It was like I'm not even joking. It was the exact day when Giannis hurt his ankle in the playoffs and then couldn't play. I'm like, Jimmy Haslam curse, guys. So I think that's stemming from there.
Why did the Bucks do that? They just wanted to sell a small piece and make some cash? Is that what happened there?
Seems like. And now look, Giannis gone.
Oh no! So the Browns' bad energy has.
The Browns cursed the Bucks.
Oh
I think so.
No!
I think so.
No argument, no pushback. So you think Giannis is going to go, but you have no inkling or no. Your intuition is not telling you where.
No, I don't really have a where, but I don't know. And I'm a Midwest girl. Like I love the Midwest. I love to hype up the Midwest, but I think he just wants to go somewhere else. Like how long can you be in Milwaukee?
Do you think he wants to go east or west of Milwaukee?
We keep talking about New York.
I know, but New York has nothing to offer. That what I've said before is that if it's going to go be New York, I'm guessing the Bucks are telling the Knicks, You do the heavy lifting to figure out who the third team is because we want a number of picks. We want at least one young player. You don't have any of that. So you better get that third team involved, and we're going to sit back and see if you can make that magic happen. Fair assessment?
I mean, yeah, but
in other words, do you think the Knicks have enough to actually get Giannis? Because I don't see it on paper. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
No, probably not. But like we say that about teams all the time, and then trades happen anyways.
That's true. What are your takes on what is your take on Kuminga as a whole? Because I love the kid. I feel like he's been screwed, and thankfully this year you're starting to see a lot of former players realizing, wow, this has been a gross injustice. We have no idea what he's going to be as a player ultimately, and that's to me the biggest gripe is how do we not know in year 5 what's to come with Jonathan Kuminga? I don't know how often you've seen him play. I don't know how much you're studying the Warriors situation. What are your thoughts on Kuminga and this borderline toxic situation he finds himself in?
Like the most that I know about Kuminga is I saw the clip where they said, is there value? You can't be traded if there's no trade value. I saw that. That was kind of crazy. I was like, why? That was giving the same energy as like the Keon Coleman stuff. I was like, whoa, okay, we can't be talking about our players like that. I feel like that's a bit much. And I feel like that's a bit mean. But outside of that, I don't really know like the details of the situation, but I would love to know.
How are you do you have the information in front of you in terms of the Warriors and gambling? Like, for example, how are the Warriors against the spread currently? Are you aware of that?
No.
Okay,
but
no
I
big
can
deal.
Look that up.
But no, don't. Who cares? But I was just curious because of the FanDuel thing. But tomorrow night, the Warriors do have a somewhat difficult test. Maybe it's a very difficult test. And that's the Detroit Pistons coming into town. They're lucky in the sense that the Pistons have to play Phoenix tonight. So Detroit will be on the second of a back-to-back. Slightly advantageous to the Warriors. The Warriors likely will not have Kuminga. Let me get it in. I haven't looked up the NBA injury report yet, but do you have any thoughts on that, either from just a competitive perspective or a gambling perspective? Anything look good there?
Well, man, I would love if the Warriors won and beat the Pistons. Certainly would love that. Give JB Bickerstaff another L. That would be great.
Former Cavs coach, yes.
Yes. Yeah, that would be incredible. I mean, the Pistons have looked good, but I feel like they're a little bit on the decline at the moment.
Are they really?
Well, they don't look as good as they did before.
That's news to me. What? Elaborate, please, if you don't mind.
I watched them get wrecked by the Clippers. That's all you need to know. Now, the Clippers have been on a tear, though.
They have been, yeah, exactly. That's why I'm not. Let's look at their schedule real quick. So the Detroit I love you're like, I'm not feeling the Pistons, and I'm looking at their what they've done lately, and they've won. Hold on, I got to do the math here.
I'm just a Pistons hater. That's all I'm speaking from. I'm sorry, guys.
They've won 10 of their last 13.
But they won 15 in a row, so that's worse. That is worse.
You are just a hater. I love it.
I know. I'm sorry.
The losses coming to the Rockets, to the Clippers. That Clippers game was like 3 weeks ago.
I know. I almost went.
You just hate the Pistons. I love it. I don't see. There's no line yet because the game. The Pistons play tonight, and so we're not going to see that line until late night or early tomorrow. Do you have a prediction? I'm going to guess the Warriors. What's your guess? Let's guess the line. What do you think the line will be?
Pistons like 3.5.
Ooh, so you think okay? So the Warriors will be home dogs. I'm looking at the injury report right now, and again, Detroit's is going to be funky because it's not yet submitted because they're playing a game today. So we don't know what it's going to look like for tomorrow.
I'd say Pistons 2-3 points.
Okay, so 2 or 3. That makes sense. Because Detroit again, they're easily the best team in the East.
That's what it is for the Suns right now.
Oh, they're favored by 2 or 3 over Phoenix.
Yeah.
So you're going to factor in second of a back-to-back. You're going to factor in the Warriors maybe being a smidge below the Suns in terms of competition and respect. Yeah, so that sounds right. It'll probably be about the same. You think? No?
No, I think it'll be about the same.
Okay. I agree. I agree with you. I'm with you on that. Seth Curry remains out with the left sciatic nerve irritation. We were supposed to get an update on that on Sunday. We're now 4 or 5 days overdue. I don't know if that's a good or bad sign. I'm going to guess bad. Kuminga remains out with the left knee bone bruise. I don't know if we're going to see him ever again. Guy Santos is listed as probable, but I don't like what the injury is. It's a right calf contusion.
Yeah, I don't like a calf injury at all.
Me too. Now, granted, it says contusion, which means bruise, and there is a difference between a bruise and a strain, so that's good, but still, I don't like calf. Calf has suddenly become like the most toxic injury. It's like,
calf?
You
have calf injury, you better be sitting on the bench.
Bye.
Evan Mobley, calf strain, bench, buddy. He does not have the muscle to sustain that. I'll tell you what.
By the way, OMG Manny in her chat gifted a membership for Golden Dazers. Thank you, OMG Manny. Here's what you missed, Gab, real fast.
Okay.
And we'll start wrapping up soon. While we were waiting for you for a whole hour, and I'm not saying that in any way in a negative manner.
No, you guys can all send me hate mail. You can bully
No, no one hates you. No. I was just providing
You
context.
can wish for another Cavs downfall.
No, it was just a contextual thing. If you want to make it up, let's do an encore appearance at some point. That would be an awesome
God, I would love to.
I love that. Okay, we'll schedule a follow-up at some point. But OMG Manny, this is a true story, Gab, and this is kind of a heavy story. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
So he comes on the show, and I'm going to make a YouTube short out of it because it's phenomenal content. And he reveals to the world that he has a heart condition that is limiting his lifespan. This is from his service in the military and possible exposure to things, and a tragic situation. His potential dying wish, is for Warriors owner Joe Lacob to trade Brandon Podziemski. Your thoughts?
I mean, if that's your wish, I'm all for you getting whatever you want. I'm all for it. You know, if that's what you want, I believe in it. As long as you're not harming anybody else, I'm in.
I do too. Manny, you're amazing. You're amazing.
That's all. That's all you need.
Gab, let's learn a little bit about you before we call it a show.
Okay.
What did you? I'm not gonna. My parents taught me well in life, and one thing they taught me: never ask a woman what her age is. So I'm not gonna bring that up. But what's your background? Where'd you go to college, and what were you doing between college and your current gig with FanDuel?
Oh, yeah, it's a big switch, Okay, so I went to school for biochemistry. I have a biochemistry degree. I wanted to be an eye doctor. And
what school?
I went to school in Pittsburgh. It's called Chatham.
Okay, really all right. Where the Pit is, by the way, based. I don't know if you watched that show.
Yeah, well, I haven't watched the show, but I know what it is. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Sorry, so I went to school for biochemistry. I wanted to become an eye doctor. And then I realized I don't want to touch strangers. And I don't like blood. And I know there's not a lot of blood in that, but there's just enough to keep me away. So then I just went to like a traditional chemistry background. I was working in labs for a little bit. And then I just started posting about sports on the internet. And then people were like, have you ever thought about doing that as a job? And I go, no, why would I ever think about doing that as a job? That's crazy. Now I am. Now I'm yapping away.
And so my guess is, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, my guess is you were just, you started without someone paying you. Like you were just voluntarily publishing content. Which social media platform was your go-to? Was it TikTok, Instagram? Twitter? Yeah. Wow. Okay. And so, so you were just basically, were you just doing short videos, or was it textual content that?
Everything. A bunch. Okay, so I was posting on TikTok too, but my TikTok was like more like funny, like girl humor for a little bit. But then, yeah.
How dare you discriminating against men? So we can't appreciate your humor. It's just girl. I'm kidding. I'm teasing. Okay. So I'm kidding. Please forgive me. So you're doing stuff on Twitter, and FanDuel just it catches their eye. Like you got discovered.
Yeah, someone reached out to me and they're like, "Would you ever think about like doing this as just like for fun, for like a little side job?" And I was like, "Sure." And they're like, "Oh, we actually like what you're doing. Do you want to do it more?" I said, "Yeah, I'd love to."
You're a natural. There's no doubt about that.
So then,
like this is, some people are just made for this, and I feel like you fall in that boat, and that's a compliment. I hope you take it as such.
Thank you.
It's not a negative, I promise. How long have you been doing this now, like professionally?
So I started like posting my own stuff in like 2019, and then like at the end of 2020, I started doing it.
Oh, I feel like an asshole now because you've been doing this for 5 years or 6, and I'm only now real. That's my bad. Oh, forgive me.
So fine. I'm just yapping away, doing whatever.
I'm sorry.
Having fun.
6 years. Bravo.
Yep.
So you've been part of FanDuel for 6 years?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so they love you.
Well, I don't know if that's true, but I'm here. But I'm here. Also, guys.
So what's the routine now? Because I feel like you're in this tremendous position with some privilege attached where you can work from wherever you want. Are you just traveling to different places? Like what's your daily routine in life?
So it's more of like, it's not hours. I don't work hours. It's more of like things I have to do each week. Like so many videos, so many posts, so many, like each day I have to do a certain amount of things. Like some days are more than others, but it's not really time consuming by any means. And like, I would never say like the work that I'm doing is some monumental revolutionary thing. I mean, I'm talking about sports. We're talking about balls. Like that's all we're talking
but
about.
You're entertaining people. You're giving people a good escape. Don't sell yourself short on that. Like that's a skill.
Yeah, but like still, I'm not doing anything like outlandish. I'm just talking about sports on the internet, having fun, arguing a little bit, going to some events. I am going to San Francisco for the first time ever
Super Bowl
next week. So I'm excited for that.
Are you gonna have like your own booth? Are you gonna be part of the FanDuel booth and you're gonna have some hours there? Like, how's that gonna work?
So I'll go to Radio Row a little bit. FanDuel has like a party on Friday night, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a party Friday night. It's a Green Day concert. So that'll be fun. Yeah, that'll be really good.
I appreciate you bringing that up now because the invite must have been lost in the mail somewhere.
Well, we're gonna get you in there. So
I'm there if you do. I'm not bullshitting. Like I don't leave my house ever, but for that, I can make an exception. I would leave my house.
No, I think that you should because I think
all right. FanDuel. I completely spaced on the fact that the Super Bowl is coming here in a week. So you're in the Bay Area next week.
Yeah. So then like in my spare time, I like to do in my spare time. I do this with sports too, but I do like a lot of food content.
Oh.
Like outrageous, like stadium foods, like what you can get at these games, like this kind of experience. But I have some food places saved that I want to go to when I'm in San Francisco. So
you're in a culinary haven. So my mom is a former culinary chef. She's had multiple restaurants. She used to be a culinary professor at one of the top culinary schools in Napa, and she's retired now. But point is, I appreciate the food aspect.
Yeah.
So when you're in the Bay, and again, there's a lot of options to choose from. Are you familiar with the region? And if not, what are your plans, if any?
I saved a bunch of videos on TikTok, and I'm just gonna go. I'm getting in line for a burrito Saturday morning at 9 a.m.
In the Mission District, I hope.
It's called, I saw this on TikTok, so if it's bad, tell me. It's called Bodega something. They said it's the best burrito. There's a line that's long. You got to get there at 9.
Chat, help her out because that's news to me, and I have no idea if Bodega is a tourist trap or I'm looking.
It might be, but the people on TikTok said it's good. So
but good news is you're on a San Francisco show now, and we can tell you whether or not these TikTokers are misleading you astray or so. Bodega burrito. I'm gonna just Google Bodega burrito,
and it's only available on Saturdays.
Is it in San Francisco? Do you know what city it is?
It's in San Francisco somewhere.
Okay, it is. Okay, so usually the best burritos in San Francisco are in the Mission District.
I saved another one that looks insane.
But real quick before you read that off, the place that I think you're talking about is it's called Bodega Wine Bar. So it's basically almost like more like a Spanish spot. It's like tapas and
they only do burritos on Saturday mornings.
But on Saturday mornings they only have okay. Is the chat saying anything? Nothing. Okay, what else is on your itinerary? I apologize for
look at that burrito.
I'm in. I love burritos.
Yeah, exactly.
I make amazing burritos too, by the way. I've learned how to do that. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
I want to go to Chinatown. I saw this one's touristy. I saw the place where you make the fortune cookies. I want to go there.
I've never done that. My personal recommendation for Chinatown, I used to live close to there for 10 years. House of Nanking, which is a weird place because it's very touristy, but it lives up to the hype. It's so good. And they don't take reservations ever. The famous story with House of Nanking is Keanu Reeves once showed up when they were filming The Matrix.
Oh, I saw that on TikTok.
There you go. Yeah. And so the owner's daughter basically you see exactly what I'm talking about. And so they wouldn't even let him cut the line. And Keanu respected that. So, all right. So you got Bodega Burrito. You've got Chinatown. What else?
I want to go for like a little dim sum somewhere.
That's also Chinatown. That's probably where you're saying that same neighborhood for dim sum. Anything else? I love the itinerary. And side note, I can email you like a really specific locals itinerary that if you want to get the local flavor and some of the best views and best hiking trails and all that shit, I can hook you up there.
Yeah, definitely. I want to go to this, like there's a matcha place that looks really good.
Ooh, okay.
Specialty something. I think it's Specialty Q is what it's called.
Oh my God. You've got to set
really
up.
Good. Then there's a matcha cocktail lounge somewhere.
Oh.
Also looks good. It's called Soji, I think.
I don't know. I literally don't do anything fun anymore in life. So it's just this show and then my dog. And then if I get invited to this FanDuel party, I'll clean up a little bit. What's up?
Then you're in. Then you're ready to go.
Yeah, there you go. So I'm making the commute to Santa Clara. Are you aware that Santa Clara and San Francisco are like 50 miles apart?
Oh yeah. I'm not going to the actual game. I'm just going for like the week of like media.
You're smart. God, you're a smart person.
I'm leaving Sunday morning at 6 a.m. I'll get back to Ohio at like 3 p.m. Perfect.
A true mentality, by the way, makes a great recommendation. And I'm glad Cha 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 in San Francisco. I believe there's 2 locations.
Sangria. I love sangria.
They make the best sangria I've ever had in my life. And this is coming from someone who's traveled the world. They just load it up with the fruit, right? So, you're going to get a damn good buzz when you leave that place. But the food is also really good too. Cha Cha Cha, and it's on Haight Street. So you can get kind of like, right? Yeah, I think so. So you can kind of get the hippie counterculture experience of San Francisco as well. Gabb, you're impressive. You've won me over. Any questions from you? Any thoughts or anything you want to express before we call it a show?
Are we going to get a Cavs Warriors finals? I think that's what we need.
I would love that.
Wouldn't that be so fun, everybody?
If the Giannis trade happens, I think there's a very strong realistic possibility of that, Gabb.
Yeah, those were the best times in the NBA. You can't convince me otherwise. I don't care that the Cavs lost 3 of them. Those were the best finals of all time.
You got that one.
The one that everybody talks about, yeah.
And Gabb, I can promise you this. Even though the Warriors go out 3 of 4, that one stings like such a bitch. That guaranteed you can trigger people here just by bringing that up. It doesn't matter easily. That moment, that game 7 especially, shattered hearts, man. Like devastated. Now, granted, the Warriors, and I say we as the fan base, we got Kevin Durant as a result. But consolation prize or not, that shit hurt. Were you? I mean, so that's a vivid, clear, fun memory for you. Like
yeah, like that was the best time. So actually, it was like awesome. That was like really awesome because like the Cavs did that. It was amazing. 3-1 comeback, and like we had that for like months. And then my baseball team lost a 3-1 lead in the World Series immediately after. So I'm like, come on, guys.
That's right. Do you like the Guardians? Is that a cool name, or do you miss the Indians?
I mean, they're fine. If they win baseball games, that's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I want them to pay some players. That's what they really need to do.
You are fantastic, Gabb. OMG, it's Manny capping the show with Gabb. Please take Brandon Pajemski with you, if you don't mind.
Well,
we'll pay for the ticket.
If you need us to, I'll try my best.
You're fantastic. Promote away, please. All your socials, anything. I will follow you on every one of them as soon as we're done recording here. Thank you in advance again for coming on. Better late than never. I appreciate.
Sorry again, everybody. Us. You know what? We had to have a little anticipation.
Exactly. Yeah. Make the people wait. I like that. Absolutely.
Yeah, so you guys can find me at Gabb Goudy, GABBGOUDY on every single platform. That's anything, any social media, I'm there with that.
Beautiful. We'll save the mailbag for tomorrow night. Warriors Pistons will be live for post game. Gabb, I hope we get you back soon. I hope to meet you at that FanDuel party if in fact you're being serious. But sincerely, thank you so much for taking time out. This was fun. And follow Gabb on all socials at Gabb Goudy, Gabb. That's an awesome name, by the way. Any story behind that for your parents naming you Gabb? Did they know you were going to be a natural Gabber?
Well, my full name is Gabrielle.
Gotcha.
And then people called me Gabby, and I'm like, I don't really like Gabby. Let's shorten it to
Gabb. I love it. No, I respect. You get it. It didn't take long for me to realize that. You get it. Thank you so much, Gabb. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you. Bye.